This is my final sign-off after 22 years of serving the citizens of the state of Washington, being asked to leave because I am dirty. This is the last time you'll hear me in a state patrol car, and Jay Inslee can kiss my ass.
50-year-old Robert LaMay died from COVID-19 on Friday.
So I'm not making fun of this guy, but for those who don't know, Robert LaMay, a Washington State trooper, passed away from COVID. He's infamous for being known as a police officer, I think sergeant status, for protesting the vaccine mandates in Washington. He signed off from his position, said he was resigning via a viral video, which is seen behind me. Robert LaMay announced his resignation because the state of Washington was enforcing a mandate for the COVID-19 vaccine. Robert LaMay was kind of seen as a hero in the anti-vax community or the anti-mandate community, and I preface those two for a reason, but bear with me. Robert LaMay is now dead from COVID-19. I wanted to show this, not to make fun of the guy, because that's fucking depressing, that he's dead, he's gone, he's never coming back. His ignorance is sad, and there are many like him who have protested the vaccine mandate or protested the vaccine in general and ended up dead.
Do you like my mask? I'm mask compliant.
Cool, it's 303.
I am mask compliant.
The medical examiner's office confirms that 64-year-old Veronica Walski of Jefferson Park has died.
Every time I saw one of these people, I wanted to make a video making fun of them because facts don't care about your feelings.
Couple known as the Alabama Pickers, a reality show couple known for YouTube videos where they resell tchotchkes, as I like to call them. They have both died of COVID. This is incredible. And of course, now they leave children behind with no parents.
There are millions, I think we're in the billions now, of people who've been vaccinated. A very small percentage of that have had adverse side effects. So there's arguments to be made of vaccine hesitancy. There are arguments to be made about the mandates. It's a crazy world we live in where you have to be forced to do something, anything. That's why I'm very cautious when disregarding these people. Even though I am very pro-vaccine, I am myself weary of any sort of mandates. But in this society we live in, there's already mandates. You can't send your kid to school without vaccine proof or exemption. There's always been these steps, so this isn't new. But there has to be something said when you have this hesitancy, even though the general consensus is that it's good or it's better than the latter situation where being not vaccinated. He's an example of someone who was heroed and championed for being anti-vaccine. Cool. But what happens after should also be looked at. He's dead. He's fucking gone. This person's dead.
And right-wing shock jock, as they're calling him, by the name of Dick Farrell, died of COVID.
This person's dead. This person's dead.
He even recorded a parody song, Vax Man, mocking the vaccine.
'Cause I'm the Vax Man. Yeah, I'm the Vax Man.
Last month, it was reported he had COVID. Soon, updates from family and friends indicated how serious it was. Valentine's brother said Phil regretted not being more pro-vaccine and wrote if he got back on the radio, he would encourage people to get vaccinated.
All of these people who championed against the vaccine end up typically dead. The statistics that show most people in the hospital right now are unvaccinated. Omicron is mild to those unvaccinated. If you got it and you're unvaccinated, you're one of the rare people. Sorry. You can sit here all day and give me antidotals. I can give you antidotals, but statistically speaking, the COVID vaccine has yielded positive responses. There are billions of people who are vaccinated. At this point, there seems to be nothing but evidence that prove it is good to get vaccinated against this pandemic that we're in. Now, if you want to make an argument against mandates, I get it. Years and years of institutional bigotry, ignorance, has led to many of people weary of any sort of medicine. Some people have been burned. Some people have been hurt by medicine. So I don't blame people with hesitancy. I can't. It's too hard. When you have an age where there were people getting diseases per our own government, from the smallpox blankets to the AIDS epidemic to crack cocaine being distributed to black communities, there is this weariness. Even if all of those were fake, those still spread around and people are educated that, oh shit, I can get sick from my own peers. Logically speaking though, if it comforts anyone, if you're going to take a vaccine and then die, the government failed on their plan because they don't want a bunch of sheeps taking it. They want the hard-headed people. So if I took the vaccine and died, the government really wasted a vaccine on some kid who was really submissive. Because what I did was I was told by people in my circles who I trust. People who are nurses, people who are doctors, people with greater minds than myself told me to get the vaccine. This is just an unfortunate tale we have to live with. And that's all I'm doing, is just bringing this to light. I remember seeing a good friend of mine put on Facebook this video. Then I saw people posting that the vaccine is this cabal controlling the world and it's going to kill us all. So that's why I wanted to make this, because with that rhetoric, all of these people who are anti it typically end up hurting themselves. And so I hope this could be a cautionary tale. I'm not even telling you to get it. I just want you to think about it. Because I remember a person who I really respect posted, hey, look at all this statistics saying that people who are unvaccinated are dying at rapid rates more so than the people unvaccinated or who are vaccinated. Then that person said, but I hate that the media isn't showing all the people who do have the vaccine who are dying. That's true. They should report that. But the number is so low, and the main premise was that those who aren't getting it are the ones taking up the hospitals. That was the premise. If you want to show the people who are vaccinated dying, you can. And to be fair, the media kind of already does. Multiple people who have died with the vaccine have been put on headlines. Here. I can see all these things that people have said, like, why don't they show that? They do. I'm just showing you, if you don't get it, this could be your possibility. The statistics that we all need to believe in or understand at the very least is that those who are unvaccinated have a higher chance. That's it. It's not foolproof. I'm not saying this man would have even been alive if he had it, but his chances definitely seem like they dwindled when you have a 99% survival rate. His numbers must be really bad then. No, it's because he's unvaccinated. His statistics went against him. That's all I'm saying. This isn't going to change your mind, fine. Because the fact of the matter is, facts don't care about your feelings. Statistically speaking, those who are in the hospitals who are sick the most are unvaccinated at this point. There's no foolproof glass. There's no foolproof anything. This is just statistically speaking. I know people who were unvaccinated who walked out of it fine. The idea is it's just statistics. Facts don't care about your feelings. If 9 out of 10 people keep walking into a wooden plank that's too low, the idea is then to higher that wooden plank so people don't keep walking into it. But I don't listen to the 10th person and go, well, why? I didn't walk into it. That's all I'm saying. Maybe you were burnt in the past. Maybe you were hurt, or your people beloved to you were. I understand. If you don't believe in mandates because they're slippery slope, I understand. I'm sick of people saying that the adverse reactions of the vaccine is more dangerous than the vaccine itself, because at this point, statistically speaking, it's looking to be against you. That's it. If that hurts you, if that makes you mad at me, be mad at the numbers. I'm just telling you the fucking truth. Facts don't care about your feelings. That's it. That's it. So I hope his family is at ease. I hope all of those who were affected, the 800,000 people who, I think it's 900,000 people who have died from the pandemic is sad. And I hope we can lessen this in the future. And it's all we can do. The virus won. Divided our country. Made a killing. The virus won. Yeah.
so fast.
It's gonna come back, watch. Dang, I wonder if the morning will hit.
I hope so.
I wonder what's the coldest point of the night.
Oh, I think that's